Hey guys, Jay here. Happy Thursday, or no, Wednesday. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, I just got home a little while ago. I was out, I had to do, my hair is all messed up. Who cares? But anyway, yeah, I got up this morning and I got up early. Sun wasn't even up yet, it was still dark. Of course, it was supposed to rain down here all day anyway, so who cares? But, I did something which I didn't tell anybody about on here. I think I told you I bought my sister out on a food truck. Well, everything's paid back into my account that I paid for it and everything. So I told the kids I would give them a certain amount, a percentage of it, once it was paid for. So you know Jay, the usual dick he is. I got an attorney write up a paper for it, and I had to have it notarized and everything, but I had to have all of them sign it, and I had to sign it. But this is later on in the day. First, my day started off as I decided to go up and work at the food truck. I figured I'd surprise them. I haven't been up there for a while. So they all show up, and like, wow, what are you doing here? You'd think I'd be happy. Nope, total opposite. But it's like I said, Brian gets up extra early and goes and does the meat and everything, preps all the meat and everything for the smoker. The boys and our sister, Susanna, the ones that have the milk farm, they're up extra early anyway. They pick up the meat when they're done milking the cows, and they take it up, put it in the smoker, and get everything fired up. It's generally probably around 3:30 in the morning. And everybody up there works their butts off. But luckily, like I said, when I brought my sister out, Susanna, Chris, and Corey were from her church. And they didn't leave, so they stuck with me. Brian, like I said, he was a drunken ass Marine I almost knocked out when he come to the food truck all drunk up one day and tried to rip Jessica through the window. But my sister and I got him a car and got him an apartment. He's all cleaned up now. Like I said, short haircut. He's good to go. But anyway, with my sick sense of humor, I decided to go up there today. Everybody's like, hey, Jay, what are you doing here? Blah, 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 blah. I said, I got some bad news. And Jessica looks at me and she says, what? And I said, Saturday is the last day for the food truck. I said, after today, I want the food to go down 30% off, 40% off, and as of Saturday, 50% off. Saturday's the last day, and then we're closed. She said, you being serious? I said, serious as a heart attack, and that's not funny, because I already had two. She said, oh my God. She said, I don't even know what I'm going to tell my husband. He just had his hours cut because of the rain. I said, oh, I don't know what to tell you. And what's his face? Corey said, well, can we get unemployment? I said, yeah, you paid into it, just file for it. I ain't gonna block it. So, yeah, I had them all fucking bummed out. Typical J fashion. So, I told him, I said, move over, I'll work the grill. So I worked the grill. And I told Jessica, I said, you know, if I was allowed to hire illegals, I said, they'd work all day in this food truck for one of these breakfast burritos and a slushie. I couldn't laugh. I'm trying to be serious with them. So I walked down, like I said, and the attorney showed up with the paperwork and stuff, and He had the notary there with him. And she said, who are those guys? I said, oh, they're interested in buying a food truck. You see, I promised these kids when I bought my sister out, when the money went back in my account and it was paid off to what I paid her, that I would put them in on a food truck. Give them a certain percentage of the sales and everything, plus their wages, plus their insurance and everything. But I just wanted to mess with them. So they're all bummed out and all depressed. Hey, I figured, hey, why the hell should I be the one all bummed out and depressed all the time? So, anyway, I told the attorney, go ahead and come up in. I said, I need you all to stop for a minute, because we had having customers there. We're in between lunch and dinner. I said, I got some news. And she said, what, pack your stuff and leave? I said, no, you dimwit. She said, well, the truck's doing good. I don't know why you would close it. She said, you don't look at your account. I said, that's the problem. I looked at my account. My account's back to where it was. Everything's good. These guys are here to have you sign a piece of paper saying you won't sue me for anything after you leave. Jessica said, you gotta be kidding me. I said, no, you dummies. I said, they're here because the food truck is doing so well. I just wanted to mess with you. I said, you all get 30% of the sales from now on. As long as you keep running it the way it is, you make money to buy the food and everything, to take care of everything that you're doing, you get 30% of the sales. And she said, well, what about our wages? I said, you keep your wages, you keep your insurance. You get 30%. I don't care what it is afterwards. Like I said, I get 60 goes in my account. You get 30. Divide it up as best you can, and you guys get the extra money. So they were all happy, jumping up and down. Yeah, Jay, you're the best. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, they had to sign a paper, I had to sign it, and it was notarized. So they got 30%, they own 30% of the food truck, pretty much. So I signed it over to them. But, yeah, them guys left, the attorney left, and the notary. And they said, I'm getting hugs and kisses and pats on the ass. And that was from the guys. I couldn't wait to see what the girls were going to do. I was thinking, man, I better run out of my car and get some rubbers. I'm kidding. Anyway, I made their day. They're all happy and stuff. So, but it's just had to do something fun. Like I said, I got this morning, same deal. I'll get a cup of coffee, talk to my dad's ashes, which I know he's not going to talk back to me, but I figure, you know what, my mom's not up. And speaking of that, her and I are talking again, so I took her vehicle yesterday, filled it up with gas for her and stuff. But my sister lied. She took my mom's remote, garage door remote. Said it needed a new battery, which she's full of shit, because I just put brand new batteries in both of them. She took her remote accidentally and just didn't want to fess up to it. So that's her. But yeah, I see old Pigskin put another video on here today, old Chrissy. Yeah, Jesus. That man, I don't even call him a man. He's a sloth, is what he is. He can't take care of himself, but he went down there, he got 6 puppies in there. And he's feeding them. And he said, hey, puppy, how's the food? And that one looked at him and went, I'm like, I knew it. He's fucking the dog. That's his puppy. And puppy's going, tss, tss, tss. He's a fucking kook. Then he went up to his, what's he call that? His palace. His little fucking porno store, motel, whatever he goes in, with his lotion and his paper towels. Hey, when you got a full case of Jiffy creamy peanut butter sitting on the front of there, you know what the hell is going on. He a fucking pig. And then he's riding around the woods in that quad. He says, you know what, I wish I had more time to do it. There's less work time, more time to do it. Work? What the fuck are you talking about, work? Every time somebody says work about you, you go into fucking shock. You start having fucking seizures. Work! Work! You're a fucking loser, Chris. And he said that cat had kittens, so he got rid of the cat and the kittens with his butt buddy to come there and grills out with him. Like I said, that guy, he said he had fill-in holes on that fence. I tell you, the holes you need to fill in was on them dogs, them cats, and your ex-old fucking bat lady. Looked like she climbed out of a fucking dumpster. Oh, I forgot she did. But, my God, I'll tell you what. He's a fucking sicko. Take time off. He built them 2 fucking burn houses called a chainsaw worked. I seen guys with no arms draw better pictures than what you did with a fucking chainsaw. Ain't chainsaw work, that's just you going wah, 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 and drilling a fucking little hole in it. Big enough to feed your dick. And that, you know, like I said, that's where you got your new name from. All them ants crawling all over it. Needle Dick the Bug Fucker. That's Chris's new name. Needle Dick the Bug Fucker. Or dog fucker, cat fucker, whatever you want to call him. Like I said, hey, grow up and be a fucking man, you fucking loser. And then he goes down the middle of the woods to a shit creek. He says, oh, it's cold. If it wasn't so cold, I'd lay down the middle of it. And then he says, boy, there's some gurgling up down. Yeah, it's called raw sewage, you fucking moron. What a fucking idiot. The fuck does he think the overflow goes from the septic tanks? Why does he think there's a fucking creek there to begin with? But I forgot, he's the brainiac of the family. Yeah, you wouldn't even know Elion was alive anymore every time he talks. I think last time he rode quads was with Elion, but today he says, oh, I can't remember last time I rode quad. I think it was in December. Yep, well, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. He's a fucking dickhead. And she's a stupid asshole. Them two were meant for each other. They should have stayed together. But I know one goddamn thing. People keep watching him, keep donating to him. You people out of your fucking heads. And I truly mean that. You are out of your fucking heads. Let that lazy ass motherfucker get off his ass, punch a clock in the morning, and get a fucking job. You know another thing he said, that big truck he showed on there, that white, with a sleeper cab on it, a white truck. I think it was a Freightliner. I used to drive Freightliner trucks. He claimed that was his truck. That's over a $250,000 truck. You're talking about maybe $275,000. He claimed it was his, but if you go back on his videos, He was driving for a company, the same fucking truck, and he had that hollow, snatched bitch in beside him, screaming her anus hurts. And he said, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't think it would hurt you that bad because it ain't that big. Now Chris, you stabbed me like a needle. Needle dick bug fucker. Anyway, he tried to say she made him sell his truck. For over $250,000 fucking dollars, asshole, you be living under more than a fucking tarp. And fucking dogs. And storing up peanut butter. And paper towels. And hand soap and gel. You fucking sicko psycho. You and your little fucking porno cabin. Like I said, him and his buddies was out there. His buddy was out there last time. He had the music playing, going boom, 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 boom. Sound like fucking porno music. They skin my hamburger, big boy, and we'll go inside. Fucking ugh. Alright guys, I'm gonna get going. Love y'all. God bless. Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget the damn like button, Betty. I hope Jimmy makes another video soon. So I haven't seen one from him, but Chris makes one every fucking day now. Not like he got anything else to do. So, alright guys, love y'all. Like I said, Betty, don't forget the damn likey button. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye bye.